Oh, look. More rain. Nice. We were just drying out. Oh, good morning, everyone. Welcome back. It is Friday for me. Probably Saturday by the time you guys get to see this, if I can find enough interesting things to talk about today. Today is one of those days where I'm going to spend a lot of time in my car. I have to go pick up materials for this leather order I'm about to embark on. So, not much is going to get done today. There's been a comment or two, and people have asked me before if the leather work is my full-time job, and it's not. It's a hobby. It's a hobby that turned into a business, and pretty lucrative, but not enough to quit my job. By far, it's not enough. Part of it is, excuse me, it's hard to charge enough money per hour to make a living at it. I don't know how else to put it. It really is. It's hard to, people will only pay so much for an item, right? So I do high volume. That's kind of how I make my dollar per hour. And I do okay with it. But I can't quit my job. So it is what it is. I don't know how some of these guys excuse me, that do I don't really know anybody that does leather work full time, other than there's actually a lady locally that does leather work full time, but she does upholstery, and that's a whole different animal. So I'm sure there's some guys online, friends and such, that do leather work full time. I'm not sure what their secret is. I don't know how they can afford it, because it's not just me being greedy and I need to make X amount of dollars because I want to live this lifestyle, blah 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 blah. What you got to keep in mind is working full time for yourself, you have to make enough money to pay yourself. Sorry, it's early in the morning. You have to make enough money to pay yourself as well as pay your taxes. That's the kicker. You're paying income tax. I pay income tax on it now. I have to. It's not really fair. I don't get in the whole debate about taxes and what I think of it. I will tell you this: between my job and what I do on the side, I pay more than my fair share of taxes. More. It's hardly justifiable. But anyways, so you got to pay yourself, you got to pay your taxes, you got to cover your cost of materials, and then you got to pay your electric and your buy your equipment, and a lot goes into that. A lot goes into that little business, that little side business, right? So it's very difficult to charge enough money per hour to pay all those expenses. So I don't do it full time. I wish I could. There's parts of me that think if I was in the shop full time, I could make a go at it. And there's other parts of me that think I just show up to work every day and do my job, and I'll get a paycheck at the end of the week. there's nothing, there's no stress in that, right? I used to work for myself years ago. I had a business, and you know, I loved it. I loved being self-employed and the freedom that came with it. But there was also a lot of stress, a lot of headache. You never really stop working. You work and you sleep. That's pretty much it. You're always doing something, and I miss it. But it wasn't the right business for me, and it didn't work out. So, you know, no big deal. Just keep trying. And then, you know, leather work might not be the right business for me, or it might be. I don't know. I'm doing pretty good. Wholesale work is fun and challenging all at the same time. Yeah, you don't make as much money, but I don't sell nowhere near. If I were to just say goodbye to this wholesale account, say, I'm not interested anymore, I wouldn't sell nowhere near the amount of items that I sell doing wholesale. Now, obviously, I would sell for a higher price, but it wouldn't equal out to be better than doing wholesale. So, did I ramble on too much about that? Anyways, so right now I'm headed to Weaver Leather. They are near me, about 45 minutes from my house in beautiful Millersburg, Ohio. So I like to shop there because they're local. Their customer service is outstanding. Their quality of products is outstanding. And they generally have what I need. So I shop there. So I'll go get my supplies from there. I had to do a quick internet purchase this morning for materials that I don't buy from Weaver. Gotta shop around, guys. Not so much for price. It's more for quality. Like, Weaver has really good leather, and some of their hardware is really good, but they don't have the double cap rivets that I like to use. There's a certain kind that I like to use, so I have to buy those from buckleguy.com. And they also don't have the snaps I like to use. I like buckleguy.com snaps. They're high quality brass snaps, and you can tell a difference. You know, when you go to snap them, there's a difference when it's high quality and cheap. So some of that stuff you got to look for and purchase separately, but it's not really a big deal. I've been using buckleguy.com for a long time for all of my hardware. They have really nice buckles, snaps, rivets. Yeah, it's a deer farm. I never realized that was a deer farm. Stuff like that. And then Weaver, I get 90% of my leather from Weaver. There's some stuff that they don't have that I get elsewhere. So that's it. That's it for now. We'll see what else we got going on. Turn the camera back on. Or not. It's kind of dry video, but I'll share what I do. What happens in a daily life of the Killinger. Alright, see ya. Alright, just got back from Weaver. Got all the material I need. Figure we'd feed the goats. We'll check in on them. Those guys are well fed. Is that right, boys? A little bit of a muddy mess in here. What do you do? It's been raining a lot. It's the weirdest winter ever, really. Very warm, very rainy. Hi, boys. So now in the wintertime, well, I always feed them grain, but sometimes if it's real cold, I'll give them 2 scoops a day, one in the afternoon and one when I get home from work at night. Kind of help them stay warm. But Got them plenty of hay. Give them some foliage to munch on. I don't plan on moving them. I might move them again because this area is getting pretty ate up. But man, they're doing a good job. They're starting to eat the vines off the trees. Of course, they're digging into my beech tree there. That's probably gonna die now. Well, it already looks like it is dead. The top's out of it. So we'll drop that tree. Thirsty? That one's hairy. And that one's sniffy. I have to think about their names. So yeah, anyways, they've pretty much decimated this area, so I probably should move them. I almost think I should just move them back because there's a lot of stuff back there they could eat. I was talking yesterday about that tree, that ash tree I believe that's ash, that's dead and leaning. It's leaning in that guy. Tell me what you guys think. I'm thinking because I don't know what tree it's leaning up against. But what I'm thinking is come in here, cut it at an angle, right? But not all the way through. And then wrap a strap around it and pull it towards this tree so that the butt of the tree goes this way and then the top slide out this way. I don't know. Here's another dead ash that's got to come down. And then I got to finish cleaning this up. I'll get in here and clean all this wood up. Get this all pretty. Knock that stump down. This area will be good to go for a while. Lots to do. Alright, so I gotta get ready for work. My day job, which is actually night shift or afternoons. So I'm gonna finish up a couple things around here and to make sure my boys got some food. Look at this, happy goats. You guys got some hay? You guys got some hay? What is this, a tennis ball? Guess I don't need that. I'll throw it in the trash. You guys got some hay? Yum, 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 yum. These guys are so fun. Alright, so that's pretty much it for today. I'm going to go to work. Tomorrow's Saturday. I'm going to get up, get started on this order. Get that knocked out so I can get the big order started next. So, stuff to do, right? Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Alright, it's about 11:45 p.m. I'm on my way home from work now. And I was just listening back to the first part of this video that you're about to watch. You guys probably can't see me. It's dark and rainy. Oh, there's a cop. You know, he's probably heard of texting and driving, but what about video and driving? Is that illegal? I'm sure it is. It's a distraction. If you're watching this, don't do this at home. So I was listening back to the first part of this video. I just wanted to touch base on a couple of things. I actually do. I don't know why I said that. I have several friends that are full-time leather workers. Badger Claw Leather Works comes to mind, or Badger Claw Outfitters right now. Comes to mind right away. He's full-time, but he does so much more than just leather work. he's a full online retail store full of products that he makes as well as just resells, which is a good way to go while you really can't see me at all. Trust me, I'm here. So there's an avenue, that a person could take to go full time, and it might be a possibility in the future for me. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know where I want to go with it. Honestly, I've never felt like I knew what I wanted to do for a living. Like when you're a little kid, you grow up and you're like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a whatever, and some people actually do that, My wife wanted to be an athletic trainer, and that's what she does. She went to college, got the education, and that's what she does for a living. I'd never had that. There was a time when I wanted to be a mechanic, and I enjoyed being a mechanic, and that's what I do. I'm a mechanic. Have been for over 25 years now. I don't know where we're at. 26 years, somewhere around there. Took a couple breaks here and there, but never for any longer than about 3 years throughout my career, and it was always in the automotive industry still. So, I'm burned out. Have been for probably about the last 10 years. I've been burned out. It's just not what it used to be. I don't have that passion for it anymore. I don't own any race cars or projects or any of that stuff. I don't have any interest in any of that stuff anymore. Used to have souped up cars and quotation marks. You're not gonna see me do the quotation, but drag cars, stuff like that. I used to piddle around with everything. I don't do none of that anymore. I dread changing my own oil now. And if the weather's real bad, I'll take it somewhere. That's where I'm at with it. I haven't done that in a while. I just don't trust them. That's the other thing. I don't trust any of the garages anymore. It's too much. I don't know. I don't want to get into that. Anyways, so I have a lot of hobbies, and I've found a way to make some money with my hobbies. It's not just leather work, but the axes as well. I found a way to make some money with that, and maybe turn it into a lucrative business at some point. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds, but I know this. I have dreams. I have goals, right? And what you're kind of watching in my videos is my dreams unfolding. It's taken me a very long time to get to this point in my life where I have a homestead. We literally bought our dream home, but it didn't happen overnight. It was a long road. A lot of things went wrong. I went down a lot of different paths, and I've made it to where I'm at now just by hard work, literally hard work. You got a little glimpse into my average day. I was on the road to go pick up materials right around 9:30 this morning, and I'm on the road right now, 11:52 p.m. on my way home, and I won't get home until about 1:45. So I don't mind doing that. It really, I would be doing, if I wasn't doing leather work or whatever, I would be doing something, because I'm not one of those people that can sit around and just watch TV. Get off work, come home, watch TV, spend time with the family, stuff like that. I don't have it in me. I gotta be doing something. I have that drive, that determination, the the worth ethics of, you know, just constantly on the go. I don't know why. It just is, you know. So you guys are kind of seeing some of that unfold here, and that's what I hope to share with my channel. I want to inspire. I want to give back. I've been inspired by so many people on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook even. You know, this big world we live in is now made smaller from social media. And, you know, there's a lot of influencers along the way that have pushed me to where I am now. And, you know, I hope that I can inspire whoever's watching this to chase their dreams. You know, I want to show you guys it's possible, you know, to get somewhere in this life, to get what you want. It's not about money really. Money helps. It does help. Like, I'm not going to be one of those people that says money won't fix everything. I mean, because there's a lot of problems money will fix, you know. But it's not necessarily about the money. It's about fulfillment, accomplishment, pride, honor, you know, all that stuff. Like, I'm proud to provide this home for my daughter to grow up in. You know, that's our job, right? As parents, we give our kids better than we had, right? It's what we do. It's what you're supposed to do, right? I don't know. That's how I look at it. I want her to have a better shot than I had. So, you know, a lot of things I do, I look at and like think back to my childhood. What would it have been like to grow up in the woods, you know, and just have a nice place to live and know that you're not going anywhere. You know, we moved a lot when we were a kid. I didn't want to do that to my daughter. I want her to stay where she's at in the same school system, all that stuff. So I'm just rambling now. I'm sorry, guys. I just wanted to add a couple things to this video. I hope everybody's still following along this far. Most of you won't, according to analytics. But for those that you do, I hope I can inspire you. I hope someone out there is inspired by me somehow. You know, maybe it's the leatherwork, maybe it's the axes, maybe it's the homestead, whatever you're here for. I appreciate everybody watching my videos, and I want to put this out there now. I'm shooting to do daily content. I'm not going to commit to 7 days a week right now. I'm going for 4 to 5. That's what I'm going for. So, and I don't want to bore you. I don't want every video to be just dry content, boring, whatever. If you guys, if the content's, it doesn't matter how many times you upload a video. If it's all crap, what's the point of watching, right? So that's my goal. Shooting for 4 to 5 videos a week. Hopefully that works out. Like I said, hopefully I can inspire someone. All I can say is just keep working. Never stop improving your battle position. I'll elaborate more on that later. See you guys.
You need to call